Why you feel guilty, the psychology behind it explained. Do you apologize even when you didn't do anything wrong? Do you lie awake at night replaying conversations, wondering if you upset someone? Do you feel guilty for resting, for saying no, for choosing yourself? If that sounds familiar, this isn't just overthinking. It's psychological conditioning. And today, we're going to break it down. What guilt is supposed to be. Guilt, in its healthy form, is a moral emotion. It's your brain saying, you violated your own values. Repair it, healthy guilt. Encourages accountability, strengthens relationships, promotes growth. But here's the problem. For many people, especially in high-performance cultures like the United States, guilt becomes chronic. And chronic guilt is not moral. It's neurological. The difference between healthy and toxic guilt. Healthy guilt says, I did something wrong. Toxic guilt says, I am wrong. That shift from behavior to identity is where damage begins. When guilt becomes your default emotional state, it stops protecting your values. It starts controlling your behavior. Why it's so common in the US. Let's talk about context. American culture promotes achievement, productivity, competition, independence, high standards. From early childhood, many people are taught, be good, be agreeable, be successful, don't disappoint. And if you do, you feel shame. Over time, your nervous system links. Conflict deck danger, disapproval deck threat, disappointment deck rejection. So your brain adapts. It chooses guilt as a survival strategy. The brain science behind guilt. When someone is upset with you, your amygdala activates. Your body goes into subtle fight or flight mode. Your heart rate changes. Your thoughts speed up. You feel pressure to fix it immediately. This is not weakness. This is a conditioned stress response, especially if you grew up in environments where anger felt unsafe, approval was conditional, love felt performance-based. Your brain learned, prevent conflict at all costs, so you over-apologize, you over-explain, you take responsibility for emotions that are not yours. The people-pleasing cycle. Chronic guilt often creates people-pleasing behavior. You avoid boundaries, say yes when you mean no, absorb other people's emotions, feel responsible for everyone's comfort. But here's the psychological truth. When you constantly prioritize others to avoid guilt, your identity slowly shrinks. You begin living reactively instead of intentionally. And resentment quietly builds. Guilt versus responsibility. This is critical. You are responsible for your actions, your words, your integrity. You are not responsible for other adults' emotional reactions, their triggers, their expectations, their disappointment. Feeling guilty does not automatically mean you've done something wrong. Sometimes guilt appears because you're breaking an old survival pattern. And growth always feels uncomfortable at first. The reframe. The next time guilt shows up, pause and ask, did I actually violate my values? Or am I just uncomfortable because I'm setting boundaries? There's a huge difference. Guilt can either be your teacher or your jailer. The difference is awareness. Understanding the psychology behind guilt gives you power. And power begins with awareness. If this resonated with you, you're not broken. You're adapting. And now you have the knowledge to choose differently.